And Jordan Peele, you nailed it.
Yeah,
You
good
nailed
job, buddy.
Zach's best friends with him.
Yeah.
Hey, he knows
guy.
Graham Gordy, and now he knows Jordan Peele.
Welcome back, everyone. We just saw
Us. Literally just saw it.
Yes, we are back. We left there like 5 minutes ago, and JD's out having fun doing something.
He's off in Disneyland or Disney World, one of the two.
One of the coasts.
Having a blast.
And we're seeing horror movies.
Yeah, and we were terrified. This film is Us, directed, written, produced by Jordan Peele, who made Get Out. And basically, the plot is this family goes on vacation, and they find out there's this family hanging out their house. Turns out that family is them.
Us.
It's us. Oh, that's when all hell breaks loose, basically.
Yep.
And it's one long, like, chase scene.
That's kind of what I liked about it.
The whole film is eerie because you're just like,
what's going on? Why are they doing this?
Yeah,
I don't know.
they don't really,
Just run.
Yeah, they don't really explain for a very, very, very long time.
It's like the last 5 minutes,
Yeah,
really.
you get the idea. Like the second Lupita Nyong'o explains a little bit, enough to where you're like, okay, these people mean business. Our main characters need to run
Fast. If she doesn't already have an Oscar, which she does.
She does,
But if
yes.
she didn't have that Oscar, she's like in the running already.
Yeah.
Like she plays two completely different characters so well.
Yeah, this is the reason she won the Oscar, basically.
Yeah.
This is her movie. This is like, she's awesome in Black Panther. She's awesome in 12 Years a Slave. But this is like her, it's not her breakout role, but it's like her, hey, I'm here to Meryl Streep the Oscars for the rest of my eternity.
Like, oh, she's talented and she needs everything. All the awards.
Yep. That's not to say that anybody else is bad in the cast, because the whole cast, even down to the kids are the hardest thing to cast in a movie.
They're great.
And Jordan Peele, you nailed it.
Yeah.
You
Good
nailed
job, buddy.
Zach's best friends with him.
Yeah.
Hey, he knows
guy.
Graham Gordy, and now he knows Jordan Peele. So with Get Out, there's a clear message of, like, racism still exists and it's evolving. This movie is more, I think, more about the way we as Americans act in capitalism. And so, like, protests and things like that, and how there's a lot of inaction on things we do. We'd rather just sit and be comfortable with the life we're living. We'd rather drive our boats around that's kind of clunky. We'd rather have these possessions, and then these people come and take them away and prove to us, maybe they're not as prized as we thought they were.
That is definitely an interpretation.
That is my interpretation. There might be some other takes out there, but that's what I took from it, and also that's what I took from it.
That's what you took from it. At the end, I'm like, I just stared at the screen like I have absolutely no idea what to think.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I loved it.
Yeah, it's one of those films where you have to watch it again.
I'm going to.
You said a second ago, Zach was like, well, this is kind of like The Shining, and Shining is something you have to watch.
I've watched it 15 times.
Yeah.
I still get new things every time I watch it.
And that's the good thing about horror movies, even with like The Exorcist, or even something more funny like Nightmare on Elm Street series. You're always going to get something new out of it. Horror movies are saying something about society. There's a subtext there with most horror movies. There are some bad ones out there that don't say anything, but John
Jason
Carpenter. You say Jason movies?
The last like 15
Oh,
of
yeah,
them,
yeah. There's nothing to be said
No.
there. But John Carpenter movies, Wes Craven movies,
Oh yeah, they all have hidden meanings.
Yeah, they all have hidden meanings, and Jordan Peele is tapping into that. And thankfully, we work for CBS.
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone's
coming
coming
soon. I think it's April. Lupita Nyong'o's other character, I got goosebumps as soon as she started talking.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what she's like. She's kind of talking like this, sort of.
Yeah.
Like
She's
coming from the bottom of her esophagus, like way down here.
That's a lot of work for her, because at the very end, she basically explains her evil plan. It's not an evil plan when you find out. We're not going to spoil everything, but there's a split screen shot where everything's in focus. So you see Lupita, our main character, and Lupita, the bad character. At the same time, they're both in focus, and it's a Brian De Palma created shot, and it's just beautiful.
It's so pretty.
Oh, if you love film, you'll watch a scene and go, yes, bellissimo, magnificento.
Italian. The cinematography was great. The music I'm still like getting creeped out by the.
Oh yeah. I've listened to the I Got 5 on It remix about 30 times before this started, and they use that like those chord progressions or whatever they're called. I don't know what to call. I don't know. Motifs, whatever music people call them. But those chords are just played for this final scene, and it just makes it more eerie because you're like, oh, dang.
Yeah.
She might die.
And it's kind of like, it was like an action scene, but it was like the entire scene is in a hallway and they're way over there. People are comparing Jordan Peele to the new Spielberg, to the new Hitchcock.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this guy is not like them. He is his own person.
Yeah.
Because no one is making movies like this or ever has before.
I don't buy when people are like, oh, this person's the next Scorsese, this person's the next Tarantino.
No, he's not.
No, when a new filmmaker comes around, they're their own person. There will never be another Scorsese. Scorsese will influence other people. There will people pay homages to him. Same with Tarantino. I can't say anybody's name tonight.
Well, you picked the two weirdest last names in filming.
There'll be no more Fellinis. There'll be no more. He is his own director. He is his own filmmaker. He's making these films for the modern generation, and they're connecting with audiences so well.
It's a fun time at the movies. Like that's
exactly.
the whole point of going to movie theaters. It's fun.
It makes us love doing this.
Yeah, that's why we're like ultra peppy right now, because we just saw it.
And we have both drank like 79 ounces of Coca-Cola.
I'm incredibly caffeinated right now. How many scissors out of 10 would you give us?
I'm gonna give it probably a 9.5 out of 10. I'm not gonna give it the full Monty scissors, but
it's a movie you got to see way more than once.
The only thing I hate about rating stuff in the moment is like, I might change that over time.
Yeah.
So yeah, 9.5 out of 10.
9.5. I gotta go 9.
There you go.
Mainly because, I mean, the movie is fantastic, but we just saw it, so I don't know exactly what to think other than I was entertained.
Yeah.
And I was extremely entertained. It was funny. It was funny.
Yeah.
Like
really
shockingly
funny.
enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Jordan Peele. I should
even in parts where it wasn't supposed to be funny. I feel like Jordan put some stuff in there to make it funny.
Just a little sprinkle of comedy.
Yeah.
It's like his old job or something. Is that your Salt Bay?
Yeah, he Salt Bay's some comedy in there. Also, that's comedy death.
Yes,
Salt Bay.
We killed it. It's dead now, much like this segment.
Yep. And that's how we end it.
It's done.
Cut it out.
Hey, like scissors.
Do we just do like real creepy smiles at it?
You gotta talk like you smoke 50 packs of cigarettes.